Alright, well, here we go. Day one of life of mine. It's 3:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Not sure why I'm awake. Finna head to Kissimee. For whatever reason, I got talked into running a Spartan. And I'm not exactly a runner, so this should be interesting. But I'm gonna work the event all day and then run this afternoon. Alright, check-in number one. I'm working bag check today. Yay. I'm supposed to run here in about 4 or 5 hours, so I'm making sure I get plenty of seating time so my feet aren't hurting. I'm ready to roll.
Birthday Richard, 90 years old, ladies and gentlemen. That is amazing. Happy birthday, sir.
Rehydrate.
Enjoy your day.
Probably look a hot mess because it's hot and my life's a mess. I think the DJ's toying with it because it just started raining pretty good. He decides to play Get Under My Umbrella as he sits up here underneath a huge umbrella, getting paid the big bucks while the volunteers are out here getting wet. Alright, it's about 12:15. I have finally checked out. I clocked out, punched the time clock. Told the boss he can take the job and shove it. Now I got about 45 minutes before time to race. I'm beat down, exhausted. My feet are swollen. Got shooting pains in my legs. So, this is gonna be a fun run. But it's life, right? You gotta do the things that are hard. Alright. I'll come back in just a little bit. I got to hydrate and fuel up. Shout out to Body Armor for the free Wawa pH 8+ superior hydration. No, they don't sponsor this video, but they might the next one. Almost ready to rock and roll. My body isn't, but I drink a Bang. Bang is life. So I'm fixing to become a full-fledged bankster and go beast this run. And probably put up the slowest time of my entire life. But it's all for fun. Ready to rock and roll. Let's go. promise to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now you've officially seen the ugly. About halfway through on one of the obstacles, I felt my nerve endings fire up and shoot a sharp pain. I made the last half of the race a little tough, pretty painful. But we made it. I have this strange ability to be able to block out pain. But usually I'm forced to regret it when I stop doing whatever it is I'm doing. And then it all sets in at one time. I'm not sure what it is, but a lot of times I guess when I push my body, when I get through my limbs, I feel like they weigh 1,000 pounds each. Weird as that may sound. Like I can't hold my phone right now. I can't pick up my arms, my legs. Everything just feels extremely heavy. I'm not sure why. But it happens. This is me. Welcome to my life. It's like the song says, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. Now I'm going to have to take about 3 days to recover. So I'll see y'all in 3 days. Alright, I have a bit of a confession. So we ran the Spartan yesterday at 1 o'clock. We went home immediately after, and it is now Sunday night, and I am just now leaving the house for the first time since I got back home. But I came to Moe's to try to get some healthy but easy grub in, because I'm lazy and don't always like to cook. But I'm gonna grub out. Alright, so Saturday I ran the Spartan, and I didn't record anything else until late Sunday evening when I was out getting something to eat. Reason for that is because I had no way of knowing how my body was going to respond to that Spartan, and I really didn't expect it to respond the way it did. But shortly after we finished running, I felt my body starting to shut down on me. And I don't know, I get this weird feeling sometimes after intense bouts of intense exercise, where it almost feels as if my body's filled with lead. I don't know, super weird. But that feeling set in the other day, and I just, it was getting to where it was hard to pick up my arms. It was getting hard to, I mean, I couldn't type on my phone if I wanted to. I couldn't It was hard to walk. But I had about an hour and a half ride home. So luckily I didn't have to drive, otherwise I would have probably had to nap there. But I ended up sleeping the entire way home, and when I got home I had to have assistance getting in the house. But typically when my central nervous system starts acting a fool and you know, my nerve endings start bothering me and becoming sensitive or painful, or a lot of times soaking in a bathtub will help. So when I got home, I got some help getting in the house, and I took a bath, soaked in the bathtub for a while, and I felt a little better afterwards. But I still had the heavy feeling. I was just extremely drained, exhausted. And I don't know why it does it. It's actually the reason why I quit doing CrossFit, because it was just a regular thing. And I'm not sure if it has long-term or not, but it's very uncomfortable, and it literally ruins the rest of your day. So to me, it just wasn't really worth it. Now, I know that like competing at a high level, like I say, especially CrossFit, typically does it to me. But I really just didn't expect the Spartan to do that to me. Had I known that it was going to, I probably would have took it a little easier. I mean, it was just for fun. I wasn't really doing it for the competition. But unfortunately, it is what it is. You know, all of this is a learning game, learning my body and how it's going to respond to different things. And that was the first one I've done since my diagnosis. So I guess now we know. But so the rest of my day was pretty much shot on Saturday. And so I have this thing that I refer to pretty often, and you'll probably hear it a lot in some of my videos. There's something called the spoon theory. If you want to know a little bit about how lupus works and what it's like living with lupus, there's a website called butyoudon'tlooksick.com. I believe that's what it is, butyoudon'tlooksick.com. And there's a story on there called the spoon theory. But so I pulled spoons on Saturday from my Sunday. So it left me extremely drained and exhausted. Like from the moment I woke up, I went to bed early Saturday night, slept all through the night and half the morning Sunday morning, but my body was just still beat down, shot, exhausted. And it wasn't from, soreness or anything like that. It was literally just my lupus doing what it does. But so Sunday was, just a rest day, and I didn't fully recover from it, but typically it does take anywhere between a day to, sometimes I have had it take up to like 3 days. I think it depends how badly I destroy my body. But like I said, that's the reason why I got out of doing what I was doing. And I am hoping, fingers crossed, that now that I'm in powerlifting and strongman, my body doesn't respond the same way when competing on those days. I guess time will tell. We will soon both know. But it is what it is. So a lot of times, if I'm going to plan to do something like I did Saturday, or if I'm going to plan to do some extreme type of exercise, or I have to know that I don't have anything happening within the next day or two, because I'm going to have to take a couple of days off. So that's what I did. And that's part of who I am now. Welcome to Life with Lupus.